Hello, I'm Ray. Welcome to another Wednesday midweek message. The temperature, well, first of all, the time, it's 7:30 in the morning, 7th of, no, I nearly said February, well into February now, week in, which is good, 2023, of course. I always add the year, just in case someone's listening to this in years to come. They might think, well, when was that then? What year was that? Anyway, let's not ramble. I've got a lot to tell you. Window cleaner, what's that mean? Oh, that's next Sunday's podcast about window cleaning. Not confessions of, well, not quite. I'm not going to call it Confessions of a Window Cleaner because that was a film. When was that out? That was early to mid-70s. Do you remember Confessions of a Window Cleaner? Don't think they get away with that now. Anyway, where's my list? Here we are. Nick. Hello, Nick. Up there in the Shetland Islands. How are you? Nick mentions jacks. Do you remember I was talking about jacks, the little game you played and you throw them in the air and catch them on the back of your hand? Little MP3 from Nick, so I'll just have a quick listen to that. And then I'll comment on the lighting the coal fire business. Over to you, Nick.
Hello, Ray. Nick Young from the Shetlands here. Just thought I'd drop you a quick note. Just listen to your Sunday extravaganza from last week. It's the one before you go away for your ghastly weekend. In fact, you'll be there now, won't you? You will be there now, loathing every second of it. We all know what it is. It begins with B, capital B. Anyway, Jacks, that game Jacks, I do remember that, but I remember it being called Tic-Tac-Toe, which is also a game on paper, Tic-Tac-Toe. But the game we used to play is I seem to remember you throw the jacks in the air and then you bounce the ball, you caught them. Anyway, here's a memory from a long time ago. I remember my mother's mother, this would have been about 1968, 70 maybe, in Ilford in Essex. He had a coal fire in the front room. Everyone had a coal fire. But strangely, she lit it with this gas poker thing. And it was a kind of like a poker with a rubber pipe that went into a tap in the wall. So you lit it with the gas. My thinking now, as an adult, is if you had gas in that fireplace, why didn't they just have a gas fire? It seems very strange. I do remember in the front room there was a gas lamp, so maybe the gas was just for lighting fires and illumination, lighting. I don't know. We used to play with that all the time. We used to throw cups of water on the coals. And that game was called Holy Smokes. As you would say, better days. All right, mate. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, great stuff. Better days. Happy days. Well done, Nick. I remember the gas poker in the 50s. We did have a gas fire eventually in the early 60s, had a gas fire installed. I don't know why, as you say, Nick, why did they have a gas poker to light the coal when you could have just shoved a fire? I don't know, perhaps coal was cheap then or something, but I do remember that. And the red rubber hose pipe from the gas poker, I used to play around with that. In fact, when I got my first chemistry set when I was, 12, there was a Bunsen burner in it. I used to unplug the gas poker and just sort of poke my rubber hose from the Bunsen burner into the gas point by the fire and heat up things in test tubes and that. I mean, all highly dangerous. A kid of 12 playing around with the gas. I don't know. Things were very, very different back then, weren't they? And okay, on the jacks, yes, I do seem to recall Tic-Tac-Toe, it was called. And that was also the noughts and crosses game, wasn't it, as you say? Anyway, interesting. Thank you for that, Nick. Now, let's go over to Jerry. Here we are, Hot Dog.
Hello, Ray. This is Jerry from Detroit, Michigan. Hot dogs. Do you have hot dogs in Great Britain? They may be called by some other name, Frankfurter, hot dogs, wieners, whatever. But one brand that I like is by the Oscar Mayer Company, and it's called Oscar Mayer Wieners. They come in a yellow package, and they're everywhere in any grocery store. Back in the 1960s, they had a little jingle that was written for television adverts. The jingle goes like this. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd truly like to be. For if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. I don't score any points for singing ability. But that's my question, Ray, so I'll be listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
Excellent, Jerry. Thank you for that. I did ask, didn't I? I said, send in your MP3 recordings and I will include them in the podcast. So thank you for that, Jerry. Lovely singing voice. Yes, we do have hot dogs here in Great Britain, and they are called hot dogs or frankfurters. You buy the frankfurters in the tin, don't you? Put them in the bread roll and they become hot dogs, I suppose. Excellent. Happy days. I didn't do the weather, did I? It's 1 centigrade, which is just over 32 Fahrenheit, isn't it? 1038 millibars, blue sky, sunshine, still, where's the clock? Early, I don't know, about 20 to 7 now, isn't it? And the wind, looking at the flag, is coming from the east. Now, here's the thing, as my son would say, here's the thing. We've got the beast from the east coming in, I think, next week. So it's going to be really, really cold. I was going to go and buy some turf today. We've got a little patch on the lawn, about 3 metres square, that needs turfing. But when I woke up and looked out of the window and saw that frost, I thought, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going out there trying to flatten the ground, smooth the ground out, ready for the turf when it's frozen. Anyway, rambling now. Oh, yes, it was Butlin's. I forgot to mention. Nick, you're right. That was the B word, Butlin's. Yeah, we had the weekend at Butlin's, which was okay. A Pink Floyd tribute band. Tribute. Look at the time. Look, it's 6 minutes now. Over 6 minutes. I'm rambling. Absolutely brilliant. Love Pink Floyd. So does my sister-in-law. It was so good. We've now booked to go to Hastings. Check it up on the map. Hastings. There's a tribute band there, Pink Floyd band there. I forget when that is, but we've booked that. Right, next Sunday, is it? Yeah, next Sunday, the podcast episode will be a little bit about cleaning windows and a load of other rubbish. So join me for that if you can. Take care. Bye-bye for now.